you've managed to manipulate information in such a way to maintain the perceptual reality that you've associated yourself with in accordance to destiny. Good cop, bad cop, interrogation tactics. What's going on in your mind, girl? Your self-righteous mind has manipulated information to such an extent that you have judged points of self-research and is now calling it interrogation tactics. Wow. So, as you are obviously separated from destiny and the destiny material, I shall give you a free pass and inform you directly about how destiny views the three aspects that you have isolated to use to manipulate a scenario that suits the design of your mind. So, drinking water. This you will find is of absolute necessity to the body, as you have so beautifully done your research on. We suggest that you always drink water, as water is required to assist self within clearing the body, as self is deconstructing the pre-programmed reality that self has accepted and allowed self to participate within. Separation. We acknowledge that separation takes place when you start to change, especially when people around you are incapable of accepting the changes that self has made within oneself. The separation usually comes from the rejection of others, as you do not appear to be the same anymore. And this is so. As you learn how to stand within oneness and equality, the people around you realize that they are no longer able to abuse you. They're no longer able to use you. You're no longer participating within the pre-programmed design that have stood as the relationship that you have had with this person that is now rejecting you. Now, in relation to sleeping patterns, we've tested for ourselves that one is capable of sleeping 6 hours a night. Testing this pattern for yourself, you start to realize that self-discipline to take one breath in the morning and be awake is all that is required to be able to walk with sleeping 6 hours a night. The principle that is tested within only sleeping 6 hours a night is the self-discipline to not listen to that little voice in the head that says, oh, just 10 more minutes. As that voice within your head represents the act of giving into and listening to the mind. The mind is the pre-programmed design within self that is the director of your world. So, testing 6 hours a night, one develops the resolve within self to say no to the voice within the head, to say no to the pre-programmed design that controls self. And this you can test for yourself. So I suggest that you require introspection within yourself, as when you've become so dishonest that you have to manipulate information to an obscure illusion that you have constructed within your mind, you have already indicated that you are at battle with yourself and with the world. But what am I saying? Your pride is so big to admit to yourself that you have gone astray. So the only question that then remains for you is, how hard does life need to knock you before you are able to become humble again?